All right, everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. There was some big maintenance problems going on with Evony's servers last night. Then they finally finished, and then people started to get merger emails. So majority of the mergers are right here. Basically, looks like a lot of C3 and C4. I did hear a few numbers in the 200s and 300s, but they're not listed here. So I'm not sure if those are rumors or maybe this is cut off and it doesn't show all the alliances. But basically what's going to happen, you're going to merge. You're now going to be called one server instead of two. Like instead of 871 and 893 here, whoever's ranked higher in SVS, it's going to be them. So if 893 is not ranked higher than 871, you're going to be named 871 from now on. And other than that, at server reset, so at like 4 a.m. when the event starts on Thursday morning, everyone's going to be at the side of the map, and you're going to have to get in Hive and form up. You're going to have to build a Hive and form up. So kind of a race too to put down your flag, but also be self-aware and know where your alliance banner should go, right? Like, hey, if you're not the top alliance on the server, you probably shouldn't be putting it right beside Throne, right? Maybe you want to go a little bit on the outside. You don't want to create arguments right away. Or even better, you could contact the other server and kind of be like, hey, where are you guys going to plant your flag? Okay, we'll plant ours here. And also, maybe even discuss merges right away. How many spots you got? How many could you fit in? One of the things that I wish that I did before when we merged, so I was leading my alliance, and I think we were the second or third ranked alliance on the server. And I think we were second because the second merged into the first. Otherwise, we would be third. But one thing I didn't do that I wish was I was kind of intimidated in terms of, like, I didn't want to waste time. There were like alliances that were like 70 billion in size, and that was back when that was big, and we were like 5 billion. So I thought like, oh, there's no way they'd take us. So I only messaged the alliances that were like 5 to 10 billion. But I didn't think like, oh man, these guys are 5 years older than us. We're actually pretty big for our age. I should have just talked to everybody and done that. Also, another thing that would have been smart, I could have just marketed myself as a free agent and joined with people. Because the alliance I was in, it really, like, I liked the people, they're great, but the time zone, they just weren't working for me. I was the only North American in the alliance, and I was always playing Battlefield at a bad time. And to be honest, on my new server, that's exactly what happened to me when I joined. It was a non-North American alliance, and it would always be at dinner time Battlefields, and it's a big problem, right? But anyways, just observe. You can look at their map and see who's busy, who's rallying, and talk to those alliances. You want to be in the top rally alliance. Another piece of advice, and I got a video here for you and some stuff to look at, is you want to just make one powerful alliance on the server. All the rally runners. If not, that tension just builds, especially since the introduction of K40 and Ymers and people fighting for them. That tension just builds no matter how much you pretend you're going to get along. And yeah, we can have 3 alliances on server. You're not going to, because you're going to start to hear from other servers, oh, you're getting 25K on Ymer days? Wow, I'm only getting 9. And you're going to be jealous. You're going to look for ways to increase that. And the first way you're going to try and increase those scores is by speeding to bosses and gemming early and working really hard. But eventually you're going to be like, why am I wasting all these resources and inventory items to get this? Why don't we just merge? And eventually those don't work. And then what you have here, this is a year and a half after a friendly merge, and alliances couldn't figure out a way to make it work. And now it's like, okay, well, why we just got to fight. And here's their big guy, White Mamba, Hebrew Hammer, or little guy now, 16.2. That's not that big anymore. And his Evony girlfriend, Drizzy, she just reached K40, so congrats to her. But they no longer have a hive. And we're going to take a look at their map now. And this was a server that did pretty much get along for a year and a half. But it's just Yemers, man. And K40, like, it makes people do crazy stuff, right? Like, who doesn't want more resources? Who doesn't want more tactic scrolls, right? People want to not spend as much. And when you think about why 4 and 5 on the map, that's money. Like, tactic scrolls are actually money. You pay $100 to get about 2,400 of them from Evony. So if you're in a good alliance and you're getting 3,000 of them a week, you will be saving yourself $100. So, sometimes wars are worth it. But anyways, here's Neff. You can see they do have their hive. There are some very vulgar alt alliances made up all around them. I'm not sure what the purpose is other than to insult people. So let's look at the names of them. Maybe, I don't know if they're banishing people when they're in rallies or what they're doing, but where's some other names here? They aren't overly original, but we could show you them. So there you go. There's some vowels missing on that one, I believe. Some that Wheel of Fortune they should play, eh? And here's BVS. No longer has an alliance home, which, to be honest, isn't that much of a problem anymore in Evony. Like, once people are this big, they don't have a problem with food. No one uses the warehouse. But the fact is, it's just embarrassing, right? You're a top 100 Shalons alliance, and you're not allowed to have a hive on your server. And this flag, I'm just going to assume it's there so they can't rebuild one. They're not. I don't think they're wasting gems banishing because people could just teleport back. There's no point in it. But it looks to me like I've looked around the whole server and the pressure's on the entire server. I found only a handful of people gathering, and it's probably these guys. And I'm guessing they're getting tiled too, because I know that in war, the most successful route is burn the entire server. If I can't grow, you can't grow, is the mentality. And because people care, right? People have relationships with people and they don't want to hear from someone they like. Like, come on, man, let's solve this. Let's just grow. Let's put differences aside. So you want to put maximum pressure on people. And the way to do that is war. Obviously, just kill stuff, right? But anyways, I just wanted to show you that's a year and a half after a merger, a friendly merger, but K40 changed things. So my advice to all these new merges is just try and make one alliance and make it work. And here is the new event, crafting, and basically, in my opinion, terrible event. So it looks like Evony is going to do 1 week crafting, 1 week refining, 1 week researching, and 1 week feeding dragons. And they'll have a 4-week cycle going on. And you can look like who wants to use materials outside of dragons right now? My dragons are hungry. And the stuff that you can redeem, it's not that good, but could always use 40 what are these even called? Treasure boxes to get you civilization treasures. And that's it. So I do have 2 pieces of gear I need to refine or need to craft. So I guess I'll do them now. Like, why not get a little bit of a rebate? But I really didn't want to. I really wanted the research event and I really want to just feed my dragons again. But anyways, let me know if you're one of those merging servers. What's your plan? Like I said, reach out, contact every single person and just be like, hey, this is what we offer. Even if you're small, we work hard, we're active, look at our hive. Yeah, we're killing small bosses, but look at our Vikings. Look how many we kill. We'd love to find bosses for you. And older alliances love people that work hard and scan the map. So offer them services, basically. Anyways, oh, look at that. Got my harem up to, Helen. Up to level 10. Anyways, Genghis, like, subscribe, leave a comment.